Morning everybody, it is Thursday morning, our breeding day, so we're going to breed a bunch of cows. We're also going to sort a couple of dry cows off, sort them out of the groups here, get that lined up. I was planning on bringing the Highline Bale wagon with the MX285 out to that big field of bales, but it rained this morning, so that's no longer an option for us. So we got to wait till that field dries out. You definitely don't want to drive in another guy's field and muck it up and put a bunch of ruts in there. So maybe the sun comes out later today and we can do it then. I'll probably just end up bringing the tractor out there today, and then it's out there and I can drive out there and get to work whenever I get to it. Anyway, get these cows bred this morning, get that dry group sorted. So these ladies sorted through the sort gate after this morning's milking. These are 6 of our 11 dry cows. The other ones are probably on the straw pack. Hey lady, get over there. It's crazy, it's raining again. It's been a while since rain came at the right time. We just put 300 acres of rye in yesterday and getting a good soaking. Huh. Maybe things are turning around for our area of Saskatchewan. Wouldn't that be nice? Actually grow some crops. A couple of more dry cows off the straw pack. There's 11 here, Dad. Hey, lady. So 7 cows from this group came from group 2. So we put 7 heifers from the fresh pack now into group 2. We always keep our groups in the barn divisible by 12. So that there's a perfect line at the end of milking. Sun came out this afternoon. What I'm gonna do here is drop the Bunning manure spreader off, grab that MX285 and hook up the bale wagon to it, fuel it up, make sure that thing's ready to haul some bales, and then we're gonna drive it out to that field with all the bales. I'm not going to be condensing them today, rowing them, but we'll do that maybe tomorrow as soon as that field dries off. We don't want to go in somebody else's field and muck it up and create ruts and stuff. So I'm just going to drop this thing off and find the bale wagon. So we hopped in the bale wagon and we're almost there already. We're just going to be parking it beside the farmer's yard. That way he can keep an eye on it and make sure that nobody messes around with our equipment while it's out here for a couple nights. Driving past the fields with all the bales in there. This is a monster task, kind of intimidated. It's a little nerve-wracking to see all these bales out there and know that it's up to me to row them all up. Best thing I can do is just start hacking away at it, put your head down, get to work, start putting in the hours. That's all you can ever do. And we're gonna start doing that most likely tomorrow morning. Hopefully I can get half of it done and maybe the next day I can do half, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna take me a week, I have no idea. We're not gonna know until we get into it. It's the next day. Yesterday we dropped that bale wagon off in the field and I had some things to do in the city. I did that, and while I was in the city, we just got another huge dump of rain, another 8 mils. Not huge, but a lot. Soaked the yard again. And we're getting to that time of year where sure, it still gets up to 25 degrees Celsius during the day, but it's only there for a couple hours, so stuff doesn't dry out as quickly. And that field that I was gonna haul the bales in, it got pretty soaked too, so I can't haul today. That was my plan. Rain gets in the way of what you want to do, but you need it, so no complaints. Our pile of chopped straw is getting pretty small, so we gotta get the tub grinder out here again, get some more bales grinded up. So we're gonna haul 30 rye bales over here. The reason why we're not doing more, usually we'll do 60 or 70 bales total, but we just want to wait until we get the wheat straw back at the yard. It's actually a little bit better than the rye straw. Rye straw is what we got right now, so. Well, it's the afternoon. We finished hauling those bales across the yard. I tend to think we're gonna need to grind some in the feed wagon because that pile's only gonna last another day, and I think it's gonna be a couple days before that tub grinder actually shows up. So we're probably gonna send a couple of these through the feed wagon, in which case we'll grab a few more and replace them, make sure we're tub grinding 30 when the guy shows up. But yeah, another job done. We were really debating whether or not we were gonna haul bales because we just got that rain, and it's like, hey, are you gonna drive across the yard and muck it all up? But otherwise we'd just be sitting here doing nothing. So drive slow and actually get something done. It's pretty nice, feels good. So I went to the mail today, and shout out to Ferdinand, aka Kenneth. He sent me a brand new Canadian flag. He saw in the videos that the flag on top of our grain leg right there was getting worn out, and one whole side of the flag, the whole red part of the flag, is worn off. So we're gonna be climbing that grain leg today and putting this new one on there. So thanks to him for that. We do need some tools up there though. We're not 100% sure what we need. We think it's a 1.5 inch wrench, but I'm not 100% sure, so we're bringing up a crescent wrench as well. And hopefully I don't need to go back down again to grab some more tools, because that would suck. So just gonna make sure we got some wiggle room there. It's a little bit bigger than 1.5 inches. I'm gonna zip tie these to my coveralls, and then we're gonna head up there. That's it. That is such a tall bin, and we are looking down on it from a height. This never gets old, man. The view up here is insane. This is the flag. Yeah, she's missing a good part of it. Just frays off in the wind. Neline said she found a good sized chunk of it in the field over there. But this is what we needed the wrench for, and I could see right now it's a good thing we brought that crescent wrench, because we do not have the right size. We're just gonna drop the old one down. I kind of feel bad treating the flag like that, but it's just gonna be more of a hazard taking it down with me than just dropping it off the side. So here we go. All right. It's good to see the new flag up there. Here in Canada, I think across the country, there's a lot of pride for Canada lacking. No country has a beautiful history, and I think it's a pretty big shame to see people not really be proud to be Canadian anymore, but we don't really struggle with that out here in Saskatchewan. We're proud Canadians, and we're not afraid to show it, and that's the way we show it, by flying a Canadian flag on the tallest point of our entire farm so that everyone can see it from miles around. New flag's looking good. Thanks, Kenneth. How's Buster? Mangy looking bugger. Oh yeah. We were hoping to get going today with the drill, put some more rye in the ground. We're seeding the first field. It's 120 acres. Didn't get going today at all just because the ground was too wet. There's quite a bit of moisture here. We do have probably 3/4 of this field seeded though, so it's a good start. Let's go dig for some of this moisture. This is gonna be fun. Man, I don't know that I've seen the soil this moist all summer long. That is crazy. This stuff has not been in the ground yet for 48 hours, probably 44 hours, and it's already sprouting. I think that's a pretty decent sized shoot already, probably a centimeter big. It's been dry out here. I don't think I've seen that much moisture in the soil all year. So this is exciting for us. The rye has the best possible start. hopefully we'll get seeding again tomorrow. Probably finish 2 or 3 days from now. 500 acres total going in. Should be good. I saw some questions in the last video I uploaded showing the seeding going on, and the questions were like, what are you doing seeding in the fall? So fall rye, you put it in the ground, it germinates, it comes out of the ground, it grows, you know, maybe sometimes even a foot tall, and then it'll just sit there over the course of winter and it won't die. And next spring, it'll, as soon as it warms up, the snow will melt and it'll just start shooting out of the ground again. It'll be all new shoots, and then it'll grow into a crop that looks very much like wheat. So that's the idea behind fall rye. You can't do it with wheat and barley because that stuff will just die. But rye, fall rye, it's made to withstand the winter. Obviously, it's at risk of winter kill. If it gets really warm in January, for example, the snow melts. I've heard about this happening in central Alberta, and sometimes alfalfa will start to grow in January, or you know, it'll just be super warm. Then the cold weather comes back. That'll be really hard on this rye too. So maybe the spring is a little up and down, everything melts, and then a week of cold weather again, that can kill the rye. It's always a risk, but usually the rye is pretty tough, so hopefully that doesn't happen to us.